Good morning, sleepyhead. Oh, we're very much still on the road. You were only out for a few hours. I trust it was comfortable. I'd hope so. What would have been the point of lending you my lap otherwise? Shh, settle, princess. The curtains are drawn. The guards cannot see. There's no risk in you laying here. Besides, I truly doubt they'll have my head right at that moment for letting you rest your head on me. Isn't it my duty as your personal bodyguard to make certain you are comfortable? It is not my fault, after all, that they failed to provide a proper pillow in case the princess got drowsy on the way over. And if they ask why my hands are in your hair, perhaps I was just fixing it, making sure it is appropriately radiant. Nope, stay down there. As your bodyguard, I deem it an absolute necessity for you to place your head upon my legs, lest I cannot shield you from neck cramps. I deem any other course of action a detriment to your safety. Besides, our comfort here will not last long. I suggest you get your fill before we arrive at your uncle's estate. The Baron is many things, but dull-witted is not one of them. He will be harder to elude than your father and his informants, and you know he will not hesitate to notify his brother if anything feels amiss. I know, Princess, I know. Why are they so insistent you make the journey to visit the barony? I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that Count Florence happens to be visiting your uncle's estate with his son, who happens to be of marrying age and painfully unspoken for. I'm afraid this might be a suitor's visit, my sweet. It won't be comfortable, that's for certain. I'm well aware of how you feel about the men this kingdom has to offer. But at least the countryside by the Baron's estates is wonderful. Would that I could steal you away, if even for a few hours, to ride across it on horseback. Or perhaps on foot, if you're hoping for some more intimate proximity. What's that? What? Can you truly blame me? I shall do my best to stay strong, Princess, but you must admit, it is quite a cruel concept, being forced into another period of abstinence after our last one has so beautifully been banished to memory. It's almost worse doing it the second time. I suppose royals are a cut above the rest. A cut more addicting. Oh, pray allow me my teasing at least. Just for the journey? You are too kind, Your Highness. Would you allow me something else for the journey also? Your generosity knows no bounds. Or perhaps this is you giving into greed also, What the? Princess, stay down. Coachman, why have we stopped?
Nothing to worry about, miss. It seems to be something with the wheels. You know how it is with roads like these. Unreliable and that.
I don't believe that for a second. Is it salvageable? How long will it take to replace?
I don't rightly know. Sir Bartholomew, what's the damage?
Aye, it's looking pretty bad out here. I'd say we're in a right pinch, in fact. Couldn't possibly trouble you to help us out, can we? Can't lift the carriage up on our own. Could use the Lady Knight's assistance.
You came with what? 8 men? Are you telling me that you 8 can't manage a carriage wheel on your own without me lifting it for you?
Now come on, my lady. There ain't all that extra weight. And my boys and I are tired. Not all of us get to sit in a cushy carriage the whole time, do we now? It's bleeding awful weather out here. Take pity on us poor sons.
You and your boys, is it? Right then. Bartholomew, was it? I didn't think your name was familiar. I know most knights that work in the castle, so for your face to have eluded me, especially with such a colourful personality, quite odd, is it not?
Perhaps your memory ain't as good as it used to be. You do seem to have enjoyed shirking your duties lately.
Not very knightly of you to cast such judgment on your kinsman, is it?
Not very knightly of you to be taking what don't belong to you, is it?
Ah, I see. So that's what this is about.
So you don't deny it? Figures. Kingman was right about you.
I'm sure I'd be damned regardless, considering he'd employ the butcher of Barrymore to escort his only daughter. Takes quite a desperate, hateful man to do that. To think he'd sacrifice his own flesh and blood.
Oh, lass. We're not here for her.
What?
Should have kept your hands to yourself, she-devil. Get her.
Ah, good old assassination, is it? I bet you figure yourself quite clever, coming up with this little scheme. Must have taken a lot of strain on your ale-soaked little minds. Failed to account for one thing, however.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Those things you call me are not just derogatory rumors. They're titles. And I've earned each one of them laying bloody butchers like yourself low.
Ah, bugger this. Just kill her already!
How long did you think you'd keep up the knight facade? You look like kids in daddy's armor. Not to mention your form. Weak. Sloppy. Unrefined. Predictable. Honestly, what are you doing?
Can't fight forever, missy. We're the stronger lot, after all. You're very fancy with your flourishes, but in the end it's us men that give proper beating.
If the gods truly favor men so much, then why did they give them such a weak point?
Ah! No!
The coachman. Terribly sorry, miss. King's orders and all that. You bastards. You absolute.
Hard to fight with a bolt in your ribs, ain't it? Right, lads. Finish her off. Your Highness?
Oh, princess. You stubborn fool.
So you insist, huh? You before her? Stupid, stupid girl. Your dad said not to kill you, but if you insist on getting in the way, hurting you is fair fucking game. Step back, lads. I'll take her myself.
Oh. Remember your size advantage. Keep your form.
Ha! So she got to you too, eh? Heard rumours all over of the Lady Knight. Seems they were true. But you, princess, who'd have known you were such a depraved, desperate little harlot?
Should have watched your flank instead of boasting, Bartholomew. What? Princess, what are you? A horse? You... Stand back, you wretch. I'll make you a eunuch if you touch her. Fine, princess. I'm coming. Yes, I'm getting on. So we're running. And this might be the stupidest thing you've ever done, but very well, Your Highness. Treason it is. You did very good. Just follow the road. We must get to somewhere safe. Princess, I apologize. I think I might not stay away for much longer.
Beautiful day, ain't it, sir? Spring's treating us right gentle this year.
Yes.
I bet the lakes will look lovely about now. Might find me, Rod. Go fishing sometime. You're free to join, of course, like usual.
I'll consider it, George. Thank you. Wait. Hold the cart.
Seems like two figures on horseback, sir. One's not upright, though. And that one's dressed all fancy, if you ignore the blood. You're certain? It might be a trap.
Hold the cart, George. They need help.
Right you are, sir.
Whoa, there. Your friend looks hurt. Do you need help? All right, slow down. It'll be okay. Let's get her down from there and into my carriage. I'll take a look at her. Doctor might be a bit of a stretch, but I was taught some basic medicine and how to provide triage. Well, she's still breathing. With no help from this crossbow bolt, I assume. Good thing you didn't pull it out. She might not have lived had you done so. She would have bled out in minutes. Do you have someplace to go? Very well. We'll take you to the barony then. There we can... No? Okay. No baron, I take it. All right, don't worry. I've got someplace else. George, take us to Ida, please.
Oh, lovely. Been a while since we got to chat with her. Oh, Mr. Raspberry Pies.
Just sit tight. We'll put pressure on this wound and we'll take care of it. It's going to be all right. Preferably today, George.
Aye, sir. Psha!
All right, that should hold her over for now. The bolt is out, the bleeding has stopped, and, well, lucky for her, it missed any of her vital organs. Seems knights still wear their armor for a reason. Do not mention it. Pardon, I didn't catch your name. That figures. I wouldn't suppose you happen to be the royal one? Or am I dealing with a different Right. Of course I'd run into my bloody... Well, it's nice to meet you properly, though I am sure it is not the circumstances our fathers would have preferred. I am Damien Florence, son of Count Edward Florence, and we are to be wed. I know. I'm not thrilled either. Seems we won't even be allowed the courtesy of courting each other. Ugh. I take it then that this is the rumored mistress I've been hearing about? Of course, Your Highness, it's nobility. Word travels fast, even when there's no evidence. In fact, it's probably why they rushed our engagement in the first place. You were under suspicion of dallying with your knight, and I... Well, let's just say we're not all too different. I have no taste for women, Your Highness. Marrying you would be a nightmare to me. No offense. Glad we agree. I suppose it's a stroke of luck, then, that you happen to run into the one person in this kingdom who doesn't want this marriage as much as you. It was a good thing I decided to travel separately from my father. Well then, I should leave you be, at least for now. Ida will keep you hidden and fed. She is a good woman. I must go to the barony to make my appearance. They are still expecting me, after all. I will make an excuse to go fishing with George as soon as I am able, and we shall discuss what to do from there. Right. We shall speak soon, then. Good day.
Well, that's interesting. Ow! Ow, 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 princess! My wounds. It's all right. It's all right. I'm glad to see you alive as well. After I lost consciousness, I did not think... Never mind. Yes, I did hear all that. I was awake, if barely. So, the prodigal son of the Florence family. Queer as well. No doubt this will be interesting. All right, princess, all right. I will rest. For now. But don't go wandering off too far, all right? Let's just enjoy the peace. Whilst we can still afford to.